welcome to Conquering Mouse Grammar with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with step 4 of Twinkle Twinkle. Yes, we're just rolling along on Twinkle Twinkle. Now, last week we did one of the sashing pieces. It was a long, narrow piece. I hope I mentioned that you stay stitch around that when you're finished that piece. Like it's like your victory lap kind of thing, right? But today we're doing step 4. Now, there's a whole bunch of things that are in the show notes now. I mean, I'm involved with 2 different groups and we're doing some fun collaborations. So we'll talk about all of this. But first, let's do our shout outs. Natalia of Melody of Sewing and Carol Maynard. Both of those channels are in the show notes below. And they're working hard, having fun, just having a great time on their YouTube channel. You guys got to go check them out and see what's going on there. And if you like what you see, please hit their subscribe button. Also, we have Zoom sew dates, of course, the first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta, Canada. And making comments, thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, hype is new, and hitting the bell will allow you to, not miss a program or, any of the programs that we're doing, right? Because some of the stuff is coming up and there's the Quilters Challenge and there's Back to Basics. We're just having a great time here too. So if you could do all of those things, like, make comments, thumbs up, and all that stuff, right? It helps drive our analytics and it helps push our video forward so that other quilters can find that I'm giving away 3 free patterns a week. And we do sew-alongs and all that other stuff, right? Now, also, we have a Facebook group. If you're part of the Facebook community, please come join. We have a virtual sewing room hosted by Discord for the Facebook group members. And Discord is an app very similar to Zoom, and it's used by gamers. So once you're in the Facebook group, then you ask the hosts, the admins, for an invitation to Discord, and you're in the sewing room. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of fun in there. We have also a lot of free fun chats and exchanges of fabric by country. And you just have to, the admins have said, please answer the questions and agree to the rules, because that's very important. We're trying to keep the scammers and the spammers out. So this is something that we're hoping will help keep our group about quilting and quilters, right? Also, I speak for free, and you can find my email address under the About tab on the YouTube channel, or you can message me through the Facebook group. Either way, I'm quite happy to, to come out and speak. I'll make the best accommodation I can for you guys and the quilting groups and quilting guilds, right? Shout outs. If you guys see a quilting channel that's working hard and having fun and just, like, they need help, or they're starting out, or they're wonderful content, please send their name my way, because I'd be happy to give them a shout out on our channel, right? And you guys seem to have more time to go look for new channels than I do, so this would be really good if you could send them my way. We also have a couple of challenges coming up. Now, the first challenge is the Quilters Challenge. Now, we're doing that with Future Cat from New Zealand, Kelly from Kelly Quilts Plus, Sam Albert, Deb from Sewing with Debbie, Laura Lynn from the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and Michelle from Bits and Pieces, and of course myself. And we're doing challenges. So we're challenging each other to a task, but we're also challenging our viewers, and we're just kind of interested in what you guys are going to come up with too, right? I mean, I'm so excited for this challenge to come forward, and I guess mine starts March 6th, March 6th or March 9th. I can't remember. I'll make sure I put it in the show notes so you guys won't miss it. Also, Donna from Sewing with Ying, Handmade by Ying with Donna, is also organizing the Back to Basics sew-along. So there's a bunch of very talented quilters in there that are going to talk to you about getting back to your basics, about how to do this or how to do that. So if you're a beginner and you want some really great beginner lessons, this is perfect. Or if you're been quilting for quite a while and you picked up a lot of bad habits, because I know I have too, right? These are all going to be great videos to get you back on track as to how to make your blocks just perfect, right? And it's a great way of entertaining yourself for an afternoon. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun too. Now, I think that's it. I think that's all we've covered. Yes, that's all. Oh, the next sew-along. There's going to be Happy Scrappy Overflow That's the next sew along, and then this sew along after. This one is coming this year. I'm hoping this one gets in the filming schedule and the video drop this year. But this one's a lot of fun and uses up a bunch of crazy prints, and it's really, really simple. Okay, so anyways, that's it. Come on in. Let's get to the sewing of step 4. Okay, we're at the sewing machine, and here is step 4. Now, step 4 looks pretty easy. And one of the things, I'm just getting hubby to check to make sure that on your pattern it says 25 inner cornerstones if you're making a queen, 20 if you're doing a double, 16 if you're doing couch throw, and 12 if you're doing a crib size, right? So this is all about you picking what size and then making how many units that you need. But I'm just hoping that you've made the right amount, you know, so we're going to make sure that's on the pattern. Okay, now, where are we going to start? We're going to put this down first. Now, I kind of pre-cut these a bit, so hopefully they'll match up reasonably well. And I've already done my scoring with my tracing wheel. That I just use, guys, I just use the paper from the printer. So, you know, it is what it is. This is how I try and quilt effectively and economically. So yeah, this is, we had got some black that was actually fussy cut, really cute. And I do the one across right away too. I sew that one on next because it's just easy to do, right? There we go. Get that. All right. So number 2 is there. Well, you don't, because this is a symmetrical block, it doesn't matter which way you go first, right? So you just want to place that kind of there and flip it over, start a good 1/4 inch away from where you need to be and hold it. And then you go across and then you hold it again and let it go up and down. Now that's, what that's going to do is going to knot your work. And that knotting will help the pieces stay in place, right? It's kind of like you're taking a little bit extra care tacking this baby down, right? So, let's see. This one is next. Okay, I'm just going to put this one right here. And yes, the pieces are probably too big, but I grab them out of my crumbs. You can, you know, if you have larger strings, this is where you use your strings. But grabbing stuff out of your crumbs is actually a good idea too. You know, it helps reduce your crumbs. The more sewing we do, it seems the more pieces and bits and bobs we make. Oh, okay. There we go. I get all of that behind me. There. Yeah. There. Now we're going to do the next 2. There. I'm going to pull this pin because I don't need it anymore. Okay, and I'm going to get the other side too while we're here. Now, the only thing, because we're trying to create a secondary pattern, the only thing that I do say is whatever your outside pieces are, like once we get past this, you'll see what I'm talking about. Make sure you have black. I put black in these spots, and you can see where the color is, or the print when you print it, where it's darker. That's where I'm telling people put black, right? Because this way you create a secondary pattern. If you want to do aubergine or navy or deep chocolate brown, you can. That works too. But I decided to use black because I want those secondary patterns to pop. It's not often we get a chance to put a secondary pattern in, but when we do, we should take the opportunity to do it. Okay, last piece, there we go. This is way oversized, but that's okay. It's okay. There. we go. Now we start trimming again. This part did not take me long. The part that took me the longest was the sashing pieces. And I was like, wow. I was really, really shocked how long that took. Now, you'll see what I'm doing here with the crumbs. Crumbs are on their last leg. So once I put them into a foundation paper piece or something like that, they go into a pet bed. But, you know, it's kind of up to you. You handle your sewing room the way you wish to handle your sewing room. Now I'm lining this up. I'm leaving equal sides, blank sides, and that's how I'm going to assure that I've got my half square triangle kind of in the right spot. Yeah. And put it down, and then across. There. There we go. Yeah, and all of these I did stay stitching around too. That's the other thing. So again, I'm kind of trying to even up that space around. There we go. There. There we go. I like adding elements of foundation paper piecing and whatnot into quilts. You know, it just gives it makes it appear to be something really, really special, you know. You've taken the time to do this tiny piecing and all that, but I know sometimes people don't like all that tiny piecing, or they don't like foundation paper piecing. And there's a lot of paper, by the way, that goes into this, because your string blocks, I sewed mine on paper, you know, so yes, I get it. There. And just like so. There. I'm going to get the other side here. There. And just line this up. Tape is your friend when it comes to foundation paper piecing, especially if my tracing wheel is a little bit more aggressive than the last tracing wheel I had, my old one, so it kind of, you know, it kind of tears up the paper a little bit more than the old one did. So yeah, there's that. There we go. And we're just using a black on black for the black. And oops, there we go. Get that all lined up. Yes, we do. But that's okay. It just makes the paper easier to come off, right? Sharp needle. Oh, I ran out of bobbin. Oh, that's no good. Okay, let's get let's get a new bobbin in here. I ran out of bobbin. It's not the first time. It will never be the last. Yeah. We were not destined to win bobbin chicken, ever, I think, some days. And I just give it a clean swipe to get the bigger lint bits out before it gets blown out. It needs a good blowout. And there we go. There. Now, go back again, line this all up, get rid of this other thread, and put this all down. Now, when I cut the corners, this black, I did it from a 3.5 inch piece. And yeah, 3.5 inch square, and then I cut it down the middle. That way I know for sure it's going to be bigger than I need, which is, you know, You'd rather be bigger than smaller in this. Okay, so now you would take it to your ironing board. I'm just going to sew a stay stitch right down before I even trim. Right? I'm just going to get this flap under my hand as best I can. Give it a spin. Stay stitching is so important because when you're pulling off paper, sometimes your fabric distorts and it does other things it shouldn't be doing, and that's not helpful when things distort and stretch. Okay, there we go. That did not take long. Okay, we'll just turn that off for a sec. Paper scissors were handy to cut stuff up. Tape is done. And now, oh yes, we have a stitch ripper handy just because we can. And I'm going to cut them. I'm going to show you how to trim this. I put my 1/4 inch line on the inside line. There's 2 lines around the edge. One is where you sew and one is your seam allowance, right? So I put this right on that 1/4 inch line, right on where I sew. And that's how I get that perfect little 4.5 inch square. Because this should measure 4.5 inch, right? So by the time you're here, you got 2 sides done. Now you should be able to just line everything up and it should work for you. Right? 4.5, 4.5. Yes, everything's working. Good. Yay! Okay. So, that's it. That is it. Let's get to our ta-da moment. And I'll show you what step 4 looks like. So, this is the little square and a square cornerstone that we did. And I just think these are adorable. I was able to do a little bit of fussy cutting with my, and this is the, what's his name there? The green little guy from Star Wars is Yoda, and R2-D2, and a little spaceship with a planet Earth. You know, those fun little elements got put in here. So don't worry about, oh no, we've got to do this. No, you put in some fun stuff too. And if you're making it for an adult, they would probably appreciate some fun stuff in theirs too. So yes, we had some fun with this. And yeah, you need 25 for a queen size. Again, let's see, 20 for double, 16 for couch, and 12 for crib. And these are just perfect. Now they're the cornerstones that fit with the sashing, right? It's very important. They're the inner cornerstones because there's 3 sets of cornerstones. So this is step 1 or step 4 of Twinkle Twinkle. So I hope that you're sewing along with me and you're having fun with building these little units. And we just had a blast with this stuff, but you know, it's all good. It's all fun. And it's all for you. I made this all for you, and I'm hoping you're enjoying this as well. Anyways, you guys, I hope everything in your life's going great, and your 1/4 inch is just right on the money, and things couldn't be better for you. So take care and stay well until we see each other again. Okay, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.